Kaeyi and welcome to Hardware Heaven. Today we are going to be taking a look at two Corsair mice. We've got the M30 and the M40. Now these are very different to previous mice that Corsair have released, so it's going to be pretty exciting. They are the Raptor range, which is quite outrageous for Corsair, I must say that right now. Normally they go with quite a sleek, classy look, but they've gone and kind of appealed to the gamers out there. Even though they are gamer peripherals, they're very much aimed at more of a high-class, sleek look, and now they're more going down the hardcore elite esports kind of look, and I really, really like them. So let's take a look and see how well these perform. As you can see, we've got the M30 here and the M40. Both very different designs and come with different specifications and clearly just for different uses. So let's start by taking a look at the M40. Now the reason I'm going to start with this one is because this design is pretty much similar to all of the other Corsair mice that we've reviewed on the channel. The only main difference is the black and red design. We've also got a 4000 DPI, game-tuned optical sensors, adjustable weight system, and 7 programmable buttons. So let's take a look inside. The boxing is pretty standard for that of a Corsair mouse. We always have that open flap window so we can take a look inside. We've then got the details that I listed along the left-hand side. If we take a look at the back, we can see here some more in-depth specifications with the mouse. We've got a high mass scroll wheel, on switches, comfortable right-handed design, on the fly DPI adjustment with LED indicator, comfortable rubberized soft touch finish, and extra large PTFE glide pads. It's got a USB with 1000 Hz report rate. Now let's get this open and take a look inside. Now, as standard with Corsair, you always get the warranty guide, the quick start guide, and all of the drivers and everything that you need will be available on their website. So let's take a look at the mouse itself and what it has to offer us. As I said, we've got the USB cable here. This is a braided cable, and as you can see, it is extremely long. So even if your rig is quite far away from your actual desk, you'll still be able to plug this into your computer without having to use a pass-through or something on a keyboard. We then got a black matte finish here with the Corsair logo on the back that actually glows red. We've then got the DPI buttons to change here, as well as the scroll wheel, which I absolutely love. I really like the scroll wheels that Corsair and other peripherals companies like Roccat use, because at every scroll you can really feel it, it's got some weight to it, and you know how many scrolls you're doing and you can be more precise. We've then got 2 thumb buttons on the left-hand side, and your left and right click as always. Along the bottom, we've got the mouse feet here, which are high resistant. I really, really love these. They don't come off. Some mice, for example, like Razer mice, actually have stick-on mouse feet, and these sometimes peel away and you have to get replacements. But because these are actually solid hard plastic, I find that they wear really well. They don't really wear down and they're just really nice and smooth, but they've got some resistance so you can again be more precise. We've then got the weight adjustments here. You can take these out or add them back in depending on how heavy and weighty that you want the mouse. To be honest, with all of them in, it's not that weighted at all. I actually think that it moves really well. It fits in your hand like the M95 and mice of that range. It's the same design, it's pretty much the same product, but it's just rebranded. It's got that red and black feel, which I think gives it a little bit more of an edge. And I think now other people who like brands like Roccat and Razer and SteelSeries will now look at Corsair and think, actually, that looks pretty stylish and it's something that I'd want on my desk. Whereas the other mice with this design kind of looked a little bit plain, and I would say would be more for the older gamer who would want a desk that looked sleek and professional. Whereas this now could be tailored more for the younger gamers who want something that is outrageous and cool looking and they'll be leaked to all their friends. I definitely think that appeals to them now. Apart from that, I would definitely recommend these. I always recommend the Corsair mice of this design because simply it does what it says on the tin. It's got the buttons that you can macro. As always, I definitely prefer mice that have more buttons on the side, but that's my play style. I personally like using my keyboard for WASD and having all my macros on my mouse, but some people prefer to have their macros on the keyboard, so that completely depends on how you like to play. Now moving on to the Corsair Raptor M30. This is a very different mouse design that we've seen previously from Corsair. Again, we've got the 4000 DPI, game-tuned optical sensor, on-the-fly DPI switching, and this one has 6 buttons. Now as you can see here, it doesn't say macroable, so that's something that you do need to keep an eye out for. It does just state 6 buttons. So let's again open this up and take a look inside. It comes with pretty much the same packaging. It opens up so you can see the mouse on the inside. Straight away we can see that it's black and it's got a red ring along the middle, which looks really, really cool. On the back here we can see that it says comfortable right hand design, LED DPI indicator in the scroll wheel, rubber thumb grips, on the fly DPI adjustment, and comfortable rubberized soft touch finish. It's got extra large PTFE glide pads on the bottom, and again it's a USB with 1000 Hertz report rate. So let's open this up and get the mouse out. So again, we've got the warranty guide. We've actually got some replacement mouse feet here, which is something that Corsair don't normally provide. So we'll take a look at the mouse feet and see how they fare. These seem a little bit softer than that of the M40, so I'm assuming that these possibly may wear away because of that, and that's why they've added some replacements for you, which I think is great. Most companies make you buy replacements, so well done Corsair, that is really good. Again, we've got a braided USB cable, which as always is really long. On the mouse here you can see there is a very different design to that of the M40. We've got that red ring along here which is shiny and polished. I think that looks really, really nice. Again, it's matte. We've got the Corsair logo on the back. We've got the DPI button in the middle, the scroll wheel, which I'm gonna say I don't like that much. It is just too free scrolling. If that's what you like, then fine, but as I said previously, I really like ones that you can feel the scroll, whereas this can just endlessly scroll and it doesn't feel that weighty. We've got the left and right clicks, and then we've got the 2 buttons on the thumb side on the left hand side with the actual rubberized grip. Now I really like this. I really like the grip. I think it looks nice. It's got hexagon shapes and it looks kind of like a honeycomb. I really like that, and it's positioned well, and I think it adds that extra grip that you would want. Now the mouse feet don't feel that different, to be honest, and they look quite solid when on the mouse. But the fact that they've added some replacements means it obviously does wear away and you're going to need that, so that's something to bear in mind. It does feel a lot lighter. Obviously you can already see there's no weight in the bottom, so you can't adjust the weighting. It just feels kind of like a standard mouse, maybe a little bit lighter than that you would normally have. When plugged in, this indicates the DPI and it glows bright red, which I already love. I love the black and red. I really like this design choice, and I think it's awesome that Corsair have gone with this rather than their pretty plain no LED mice that they've had in the past. With the high adjustable DPI, these mice can be adjusted to suit your purpose. Whether you're wanting a low DPI to get those headshots in an FPS game, or you're playing something like a MOBA and you need really fast reactions, you can amp that DPI really high. I love both of these designs. This mouse is definitely more ergonomic. It's to fit a bigger hand with a bigger curve, whereas the M40 has definitely gone that flatter route for someone that doesn't like to curve their hand too much whilst gaming. And overall, I would highly recommend them. On looks alone, I think these are better than any mice that Corsair have previously had. And performance-wise, absolutely great. The DPI is awesome, they're really smooth, they run great on a surface, which is I use. Personally, I don't like using mouse mats either. I'm pretty particular, as you can tell, with my mice, which is great for you guys because I'm quite picky. but I would definitely recommend them if you like having the macros on your keyboard. These would go perfectly well with the Corsair keyboards that we've seen in previous videos where it's got like the 19 macroable buttons on the side. So if you're looking for a new mouse and you can't quite afford something like a Razer and you still want that kind of elite, awesome esports gamer edge, then I would definitely recommend these. Corsair have gone a really great route with this design, and I hope they keep it up and we see more of this awesome red and black Raptor style in the future. Thanks for watching, and check out our other videos and make sure to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!